Hi everyone, this is Tara and welcome to, this is a general reading for everyone for the week of February 1st through February 7th. And I'm pulling three cards from Doreen Virtue and Rodley Valentine's deck of Angel Oracle cards. So like I said, this is for everyone. I have shuffled and pulled three, and so I'm going to go ahead and go over those now. The first one that was pulled is the Wheel. And this is, by the way, this deck is the same as the traditional tarot. There's 22 major arcana cards plus the 4 suits. So the first one that was pulled is the Wheel. And this feels to me like there's some positive changes with a lot of people. You know, maybe it's worldwide that are starting to feel like they're taking place. You know, we've just been through Mercury retrograde, and there were maybe some limiting feelings, some old blocks or negative beliefs that need to be released. Now it feels like to be positive. If these, if possibly some of you had to change jobs, or some of you had to move, or some of you were waiting on buying some property and it just wasn't going through, or maybe some of you lost someone. But any recent events that shook you or really made you think, wow, this is a lot. My life feels a little bit unbalanced right now. I feel like this Wheel, because this is a time, is coming forward, because this is a time for positive change. And it's to think positively and to see that, the future really is on your side, that the universe is on your side. So anytime we think in the positive feelings, then our life does turn out more positive. So if there have been some really glitches that you've had going on, and it's really been a challenging time for you, if you've been in that arena, which I talked to many people and I know that's what's been going on, the wheel is starting to turn more towards the tides of positivity. We go through these cycles, but this is a great card to start off with. So it was the first one pulled. The second one is the Nine of Air, and the air cards are like the sword cards. And the Nine of Air is also saying positive thinking is essential, and release any guilt or fears or anything that you have that's been going on. It's very similar to the Wheel. This is saying take a rest from that. Maybe you've had some sleepless nights. Maybe some of you have been worrying about some of the situations that I was talking about previously, or any situation. It might have been that, your daughter was having a baby, and the baby maybe a cesarean section or something like that. Something to where it felt like that there were some sleepless nights that caused you to worry and have doubt and fear. But now it's saying, take a rest for that. The 9 in numerology has to do with completion. And so it's like, take a deep breath and gain compassion for yourself. It is also about, understanding that these things that happen in our life are really for a reason. And this goes with the Wheel of Fortune too. Sometimes we have things that seem like they're almost choking us. Right? They're almost just choking us. They have such a stronghold on our life. But really, we can get through everything if we just stay grounded, if we just stay, one foot in front of the other, and know that positivity can change. We're in the cycle of that. So this Nine of Air feels like to take a little bit of rest from that worry and that doubt and that fear, and release any of that. If you've had any bad dreams, release any of those dreams or fears to the angels. And or fears. Just say, I'm going to let you take my burdens and let them dissolve off of your shoulders so that you feel lighter and happier and freer. And then the third card that came up is the Three of Fire. And the fire cards are like the wands. The wands are any of the fire signs, Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries. So this has to do with everyone about any celebration and abundance for projects that you have put into place. Starting to feel that abundance. I do feel like, review any of the plans you've made. Make sure they are outlined perfectly, that everything, if you're doing any contracts, again, I always say cross the T, dot the I's, make sure you've read through all the fine print. But I do feel like that there's some celebration for some activities. Maybe you're opening a business, maybe you're buying a new car, maybe you're moving your family to another part of the United States, or anywhere around the world. Maybe you're moving from Australia to Europe, maybe to the England area. Who knows? But there's a lot of activity going on, and it feels like there's cause for celebration. Just make sure that, if you are going on a trip or you are moving, make sure that you have everything packed. Again, we are away now from Mercury retrograde, so we don't have to watch that quite as much, but it is always good to check our list twice, right? So I feel like for the theme for the week is start thinking positive. It's almost like early spring has come, or the feeling that it can come if we stay on that track. And abundance is coming for some of you who have put plans into motion. I feel like that there's going to be a range of projects that some of you can work on. So there might also be some decisions to be made around that. So really, everyone, this can be a very abundant feeling week. Stay positive. Have a great week, and I will see you soon.